Mama said love's just a word till it hurts, till you're crying in your boots in the red clay dirt. We were 17, swore we knew it all. Car radio dreams, leaning on the door of your old pickup stall. You said, girl, I'm gonna leave this town. I said, boy, don't you forget me now. Firefly spelling out goodbye in a small town sky that knew our life. I folded my hope in your flannel sleeve, held my breath like I still believe. You left me a porch light promise, said you'd come back when the stars aligned. I waited through every season, counting white lines and wasting time. But fairy tales don't end in silence, they end with truth in the morning dawn. If you're gonna love me honest, don't leave it burning when you're gone. I learned to sing through a cracked hard night, found my voice in a barroom mic. Every heartbreak taught me grace, how to stand my ground, how to say my name. Saw your truck in the summer rain, heart still beats, but it ain't the same. You looked older, softer somehow, like you finally knew what you lost back then. You said, I was young, I was scared to stay. I said, so was I, but I didn't run away. You left me a porch light promise, said you'd come back when the stars aligned. I waited through every season, counting light lines and wasting time. But fairy tales don't end in silence, they end with truth in the morning dawn. If you're gonna love me honest, don't leave it burning when you're gone. I don't need saving, I save myself, turn broken wishes into something else. If you're here now, don't make believe. Love ain't magic, it's choosing me. You left me a porch light promise, but I built a home in my own skin. If you're standing on my front steps, make sure you're all the way in. 'Cause fairy tales grow stronger when the girl knows what she wants. If you're gonna love me forever, don't make me wait till the dawn. Porch lights off, but my heart's on. I'm already where I belong. Mama said love ain't always sweet, sometimes it's dust on your bare feet. We were dancing on a county line, borrowed dreams running out of time. You had stars in your restless eyes, I had hope I couldn't disguise. You swore the world was calling you, I swore love was enough for two. I held on tight to a story untold, like a page I was scared to fold. I traded glass slippers for gravel roads. Fairy tales don't always shine, but a real love knows where it's going, even when the signs don't align. And I don't need castles or silver thrones, just a hand that won't let go. I found chasing neon lights. I stayed back learning how to fight. Sang my heart to empty rooms, turned lonely nights into something true. Saw your name in a coming home sign, heard your voice in an old love line. You said, girl, I finally see. I said, love's a choice, choose me. I wasn't waiting, I was whole. I knew my worth, I knew my role. I traded glass slippers for gravel roads. Fairy tales don't always shine, but a real love knows where it's going, even when the signs don't align. I don't need castles or silver thrones, just a hand that won't let go. I found my crown in the honest truth on these gravel roads. If you're here now, don't disappear. Love grows brave when you stay right here. No midnight run, no broken spell. This is a story we choose to tell. I traded glass slippers for gravel roads, turned what if into who we are. The best kind of magic ain't make-believe, it's loving with an open heart. I don't need promises carved in stone, just tomorrow I can know this fairy tale's alive and real on these gravel roads. No clock to strike, no shoe to lose, just me and you, and the truth. You held me close, but not too tight, like you were already saying goodbye. Your smile felt warm, but never stayed, like summer leaving without a date. I read your silence every night, heard the truth you wouldn't write. I kept believing love was patience, while my heart was losing faith in it. I felt the ending in your touch, but I loved you just as much. You loved me almost, that's what hurts the most. You were there, but not all in, and I felt it in my bones. I gave you my forever, you gave me just enough to keep me hoping for a miracle. You loved me almost. I learned how to cry without tears, how to hide pain behind I'm fine. I kept your name inside my prayers, like God might change your mind. I watched you drift a little more every time you walked out the door. You never said the words goodbye, you just stopped trying. I stayed when leaving made more sense, 'cause loving you was all I didn't mean to ruin me, but you loved me almost. We were barefoot on a Friday night, July heat humming under porch light glow. You carved our names in an old fence post, said this town don't know us like we know. Radio static, you laugh out loud, small town dreams in a hand-me-down crown. I believed every word you said, like a story I'd read till the edges bled. I didn't know love could feel that brave, like a wish you made but don't say. We were fireflies and forever caught in a mason jar sky. Said we'd run, never look back, swore our wings would learn to fly. Fairy tales don't fade to black, they bend, they break, they come back better. We were young, we were now or never. We were fireflies and forever. Fall came fast, you chased a dream, city lights calling louder than me. I stayed put, learned how to stand with dirt on my boots and hope in my hands. Saw your face on a flicker screen, living a life you once promised we'd be. I stopped waiting on someday soon, started dancing with the truth. I learned the ending's mine to choose. Not every crown is meant for you. We were fireflies and forever caught in a mason jar sky. Said we'd run, never look back, swore our wings would learn to fly. Fairy tales don't fade to black, they bend, they break, they come back better. We were young, we were now or never. We were fireflies and forever. When one night under harvest moon you came back softer, honest, true, said I lost myself trying to leave. I said love ain't magic, it's choosing me. We're fireflies and forever, not a promise, not pretend. Two hearts grown strong in the waiting, writing a brand new ending then. Fairy tales don't need saving, just truth and a little surrender. We're not who we were back then. We're fireflies and forever. Mason jars open, we still shine. This time the stars are on our side. We were young as the summer wind, barefoot dancing on a rusted bridge. Your old guitar, my beat-up jeans, singing like the world was listening. You said, girl, I swear this town's too small. I said, love don't need much at all. Firefly spelling out our names like they knew we were gonna change. I believed in every word you swore, like fairy tales I'd read before. Once upon a back road, we were bigger than our fear. Thought love was just a feeling, not a choice you make right here. But the best kind of magic is standing when it's hard. Yeah, dreams don't always glitter, but they know where you are. You chase lights in a city haze. I learned strength in the quiet days. Found my voice in a barroom song. Learned my heart wasn't wrong. Saw your face in a hometown crowd. You said sorry, said it out loud. I saw truth in your tired eyes, like the end of a long goodbye. I didn't need you to save me now. I just needed you to be real somehow. Once upon a back road, we were bigger than our fear. Thought love was just a feeling, not a choice you make right here. But the best kind of magic is staying when it's hard. Yeah, dreams don't always glitter, but they know where you are. I don't need castles or golden rings, just honest words and steady things. If you're here, don't disappear. Love's the bravest thing we feel. Once upon a back road, we grew up, we stood tall. Found a happy ever after that wasn't perfect after all. 'Cause the truest kind of story ain't written in the stars. It's two hearts choosing each other right where they are. Once upon a back road, that's where forever starts. You said we're fine like it was true, but your eyes were already gone. You held my hand but not my heart. I should have known something was wrong. I memorized the sound of you, the way your breathing changed at night. I learned how to love you quietly, so I wouldn't start a fight. I felt you slipping every day, but I stayed anyway. I loved you in silence. I broke without a sound. myself for your distance, like love was something I did wrong. I kept pretending I was happy, just to keep us holding on. Now I sleep on the edge of maybe, where your name still feels like home. I replay every almost, every truth you never told. I begged you in my head at night, but never said it out loud. I loved you in silence, held rope without a sound, held all my tears inside, so you wouldn't turn around. You walked away unknowing what it cost me to be strong. I lost myself in keeping peace. I loved you in silence for too long. If loving you meant disappearing, then no wonder I feel erased. I was fighting for us alone, while you were already gone away. I loved you in silence, but I won't anymore. I'll say the things I swallowed. I'll cry behind closed doors. You don't get my quiet now. You don't get my pain. I gave you all my silence, and I'm done loving you that way. I loved you in silence. Now I'm learning how to breathe. I still wake up reaching for you, like my hands don't know you're gone. Your name lives in the spaces where my strength used to be strong. I replay every promise, like it might explain the end. How something felt so forever could just stop trying to mend. You said we'd be okay. I believed it more than you. I loved you longer than you stayed, longer than your goodbye. I held on through the silence while you learned how to fly. You let go easy, I broke slow in ways I never showed. If loving you was letting go, I loved you longer. Your sweater's still inside my closet. I can't make myself move it yet. Some things hurt more when they're quiet, like the words we never said. I see you happy in my head, like that's where you belong. And I wonder if you ever miss the girl who tried so long. I don't hate you, I just wish you'd hurt like this too. I loved you longer than the nights I cried myself to sleep, longer than the broken dreams I still don't know how to keep. You moved on fast, I stayed back, picking up what we were. If love is measured by the pain, I loved you longer. Maybe one day I'll forgive myself for loving you that deep, for believing we were stronger than the cracks I couldn't see. But right now I'm still learning how to breathe without your name, how to live with all this love that didn't get to stay. I loved you longer than the hope I had you come back home, longer than the version of me that thought we weren't alone. If there's truth in broken hearts, then here's mine wide open. I didn't lose you when you left, I lost you when I kept holding on. Yeah, loved you longer, and that's what hurts the most. Yellow paint on an old bus stop, name carved in where the woods wore off. You'd away with me most every day, said this town moved too slow your way. I wore your ring on a piece of thread, thought love meant what we never said. 17 with nowhere to be, but sure the world was you and me. We thought time was something we could be, didn't know goodbye had feet. We were bus stops and book bags, first loves and wish you never had. Friday nights and borrowed time, thinking your heart would always be mine. Yeah, first heartbreaks hit you strange, like a fiddle crying through the rain. You caught a ride, I stayed true, left me standing bus style blue. Graduation came and summer called. You talk about cities, I talk about fall. Said, girl, I gotta chase this dream. I smiled like that didn't scare me. Your last hug lingered longer than it should, like you knew it was our last one for good. Funny how this town still waits on you, like I did when we were through. Mama said some love's just young, still hurts when it's done. We were bus stops and book bags, young hearts learning how to crack. You promised you'd come back around, promises don't hitchhike back to town. Yeah, first heartbreaks don't make a sound, they just settle deep I'd say love ain't meant to hold you up, but pain's a lesson you gotta learn before your heart knows when to turn. We were young and sure and wrong, singing along to the same old song. I don't miss you, I miss the truth of how love felt brand new. Yeah, first heartbreaks don't fade away, they just change the way you stay. You caught a ride, I stayed true, still standing here, bus stop blue. That bus stop's gone, the road's brand new, but every fiddle knows I loved you. Mama said, girl, don't rush love, but I fell hard head first, no gloves. Friday lights and a hand-me-down dress. He said, baby, you look like yes. We danced slow in the county lot, dream big dreams with what we got. I believed every word you spoke, like a wish written in chalk and hope. I didn't know then what I know now. Love's a promise, not a vow. Cinderella wore cowgirl boots, knew every scar, still chose the truth. Fairy tales ain't made of gold, they're made of hearts that don't let go. No midnight run, no glass to lose, just standing strong in something true. Yeah, this story's mine to choose. Cinderella wore cowgirl boots. You chased stars in a far-off town, I stayed home, learned to hold my ground. Sang my heart in a neon bar, turned lonely nights into who you are. You came back with a softer smile, said you've been lost for a while. I saw fear trying to hide, but I saw love still alive. I don't need saving, I know my worth. I built my castle out of earth. Cinderella wore cowgirl boots, knew every scar, still chose the truth. Fairy tales ain't made of gold, they're made of skipping stones on a river bend, sunset stuck in your windshield grin. You said someday I'm gonna leave this place. I said someday's written on your face. I wore dreams like hand-me-down clothes. You wore confidence torn and bold. That night felt bigger than our years, like love didn't know about fear. I thought happy endings came and found you. Didn't know there's something you choose. Once upon a dirt road, I thought love was just a spark. But fairy tales don't last on wishing, they last on brave wild hearts. I don't need a white horse, just truth in the dark. Yeah, magic ain't the moment, it's staying when it's hard. You chase lights down a different sky. I learned strength in the quiet nights. Sang my heart in a corner bar, turned every scar into who you are. I saw your shadow in hometown rain, heard your voice say my name again. You said, girl, I was scared back then. I said, so was I, but I didn't bend. I wasn't waiting to be saved, I was building my own brave. Once upon a dirt road, I thought love was just a spark. But fairy tales don't last on wishing, they last on brave wild hearts. I don't need a white horse, just truth in the dark. Yeah, magic ain't the moment, it's staying when it's hard. If you're here now, be here true. Love grows wings when it's chosen through. No midnight run, no perfect scene, just you and me believing. Once upon a dirt road, I found my crown and dust in time. The best kind of happy ending is knowing my heart is mine. If you walk beside me, not ahead, not behind, then this fairy tale's forever, 'cause we both decide. Once upon a dirt road, that's where the real magic starts. We were headlights on a Friday night, dust in the air, stars burning bright. Your hand in mine, radio low, like the whole world slowed down for us. Mama said love's a winding road, you don't see the turns till you're on them. But you looked at me like you already knew where this was going. They said we were too young to know, but some things you just feel. If love's a story they swear won't last, with torn out pages and a broken past, then let them talk, we'll write our own. I'm not afraid if I'm not alone, no fairy dust, no silver screen, just a promise said quietly. If there's a happy ever after somewhere, I think it's right here with you and me. We learned forever in borrowed That's when the future stopped feeling scary and started feeling like now. I don't need a perfect plan, just your hand. Love's a story they swear won't last, with torn out pages and a broken past. Then let them talk, we'll write our own. I'm not afraid if I'm not alone. No fairy dust, no silver screen, just a promise said quietly. If there's a happy ever after somewhere, I think it's right here with you and me. Maybe fairy tales don't look the same as the ones we grew up on. Maybe magic's choosing to stay when leaving would be easier. If this is the end and they warned us about, I'd still choose you, no doubt. Every wrong turn led us home, every doubt proved them wrong. So here we are, no need to run, the story's only just begun. If there's a happy ever after anywhere, it's where the ending finds us here. Small town nights, big time love, that's how the story was written. We were summer skin and radio dreams, parked by the water tower, 17. Your boots on the dash, stars in your eyes, said one day like it wasn't a lie. Mama said love's just a pretty word till the world gets loud and it hurts, but you held my hand like you knew somehow that this was more than right now. They said time would change our minds, but it only proved them wrong. If this is a fairy tale, let it be real, with scraped up hearts and a stubborn kind of feel. No glass slippers, no perfect lines, just your heart beating next to mine. Let the road get long, let the nights get cold, I'll still choose you when the lights get low. This ain't a wish, this ain't pretend, we're two-stepping toward forever, hand in hand. We learned love in a hand-me-down town, where forever's rare but hope sticks around. We fought, we forgave, we slammed a few doors, learned what staying's really for. You kissed my tears like they fade with time, said baby you're already mine. Every doubt just fell apart when you said my name like a vow. I don't need a castle or crown, just you right here, right now. If this is a fairy tale, let it be real, with scraped up hearts and a stubborn kind of feel. No glass slippers, no perfect lines, just your heart beating next to mine. Let the road get long, let the nights get cold, I'll still choose you when the lights get low. This ain't a wish, this ain't pretend, we're two-stepping toward forever, hand in hand. Maybe love ain't magic dust, maybe it's trust when it gets tough. Every chapter, every scar just proves how strong we are. If love's a story worth telling out loud, it's the kind that makes Small town nights, big time dreams. Forever don't feel far with you and me. We were barefoot on a gravel drive, counting stars, killing time. You said one day we'll leave this town, like dreams don't scare you when you say them out loud. Your jacket on my shoulders lay, radio low, heart wide awake. We didn't know how stories been, we just knew how to pretend. Every fairy tale starts unsure before it finds what it's looking for. We broke before we learned to stay, lost our way along the way, but every tear rewrote the truth, turned us into something new. If love's a book with torn up pages, this is the part that still feels brave. We didn't end where we thought we might. This is the part where we fly. You chased the lights past county lines, I chased peace I couldn't find. We grew up in different ways, still wore the same mistakes. I thought goodbye would be the end, like fairy tales don't ever bend. But endings just change their shape when hearts learn how to break. I stopped wishing for who we were and started loving who I'd become. We broke before we learned to stay, said too much, didn't say enough, but every scar still tells the truth about how far we came from us. If love's a road with sudden turns, some bridges burn so we can learn that we didn't fall to say goodbye. This is the part where we fly. Maybe crowns are just the strength you earn from standing up again. Maybe magic's knowing when to let go and still believe. We broke, but we didn't disappear. We found ourselves right here. I don't need forever promised, I just need tonight to shine. they save your life. So here's to how the story grew. This is the part where dreams come true. We were barefoot on the dashboard, dirt road humming under us, radio playing something hopeful like it already knew about us. Your laugh cut through the August heat, fireflies stuck in the air. Small town nights don't promise much, but you were standing right there. They said love don't last around here, but I saw front porch swings and borrowed time. Every wrong turn led us closer to crossing that county line. You said I don't know what comes next. I said I don't care as long as it's you. That's when the whole world faded out and the fairy tale fell true. I don't need a perfect plan, just your hand in mine. Kind of magic that stays. If this is the ending they warned us about, I'd still choose you, no doubt. Every chapter led us here, right on time, right where we belong. So write our names across the stars, let the world keep moving on. If there's a happily ever after, it's been us all along. Small town roads, big time love. That's how the story goes. Your coffee cup still by the sink, like you're running late, like you'll be back in a blink. Your jacket hangs where it always did, smells like a memory I can't get rid. I talk to the walls like they know your name, like they might answer me the same. it hurts worse where you should have been. I tell myself I'm moving on, but every night proves me wrong. I still save you a song on the radio, drive home, turn it down, hold my breath like you're listening alone. I know loving you's over, but my heart won't admit it's done. Yeah, I'm learning how to be strong. I still save you a song, even though you moved along. I don't sing it out loud, 'cause I'll break if I do. You don't miss me the way I do, but I hold on like something's wrong. I'm letting go all day long, but at night I still save you a song. One day it won't hurt like this, but tonight I miss you.